January 27th, 2023 will be a day that lives in infamy for Bionicle fans. This is the start of a week-long promotion at LEGO stores and the LEGO shop online, where by purchasing certain LEGO themes worth of $100 of sets, you can obtain a Bionicle gift with purchase item in tribute to the classic theme based on Tahu and Takua. I've also picked up a couple other items in this day and with a store run with my friend Sega. So let's take a look at all that I got on January 27th. I picked up 2 LEGO sets from my friend Sega, and he's already inspected them for parts, completeness, and everything like that. So I am 100% A-okay with only 2 pieces missing from the Speed Racer set, which are fairly common. I literally have them right outside of the video, so it's easy to replace. This is a Speed Racer set that I have been curious about for a very, very long time. I remember seeing this thing in the catalogs growing up. I never actually owned any Speed Racer sets or even watched the film or very little of the anime that it was based on prior to that. But just by looking at the set, I thought this thing looks like a disaster. It looks like a construction nightmare. So I thought, you know what? I want to put my money where my mouth is and actually pick it up. So I did buy it from him, as well as a Lego Batman set, which he gave me the specific instructions to replace Batman's head on this model. Take the head itself and put it onto the Bionicle figure Toa Iruni's head. This is a figure that I have like 3 copies of, so it'll be really easy to do. I just have to fetch them from storage of other Bionicle sets, but I'm looking forward to doing that for Instagram and other social media to post a photo of that. So I am very curious about the build itself. I do like some parts that are in it, and I don't have too many of the DC or even the Marvel superheroes ultra builds or constructible figures, so let's see how this one goes sometime later. But I'm definitely looking forward to this one for so many things, and I kind of want to do some mod work with it as well. Yeah, rarity, but I actually want to mock and mod something. So there is a gift with purchase, the Bionicle Tahu and Takua. There was also a gift with purchase for, I believe, $85 or more with the Year of the Rabbit. I don't remember if there were any theme specifications on that one as there was with the Bionicle one. For Bionicle, it's City, Creator 3-in-1, Dots, Ninjago, Monkey Kid, which Monkey Kid's in the US only available online now instead of being in the stores, but I digress. And I believe 1 or 2 other themes. You can check the LEGO website for more details in your area. So the set that I purchased was the Ninja Dojo Temple. 71767. That's a lot of sevens. I had my eye on this set ever since the core series released, so this is over a year old, but I was still very fascinated by the look of it, and for $100 seemed like a very substantial playset, especially having a couple of other things to go along with it. It reminded me a lot by design of the Battle for Ninjago City, which was from the rebooted series back in 2013. So I wanted to see if this one lived up to that. I do not have that set anymore, the Battle for Ninjago City one, but I do have this one, and want to see what this one offers. I do remember a lot about that set from building it. So it's also got a good selection of characters. I do have one of the other sets from this line, which I should probably pair up with it, with the Lloyd's Night Charger or something like that. I forget the exact name, but it was a specific card for Lloyd, so it'd be nice to have a little bit more flourish to go with it, and add a little bit more to my Ninjago area. Now for the Year of the Rabbit set, here's how it looks. It's a little different orientation for the box itself, and pretty packed. Not a lot of like shaking back and forth, so it's definitely got the pieces packed very well in there. It is the Year of the Rabbit according to the Lunar New Year, which is also a thing that LEGO did this year for VIP Remix pack. They didn't offer that to me when I went to the LEGO store, but I did already have one from January in the beginning of the year, the beginning of the month as a whole, so it's fine. I'm not missing out on that much. They have done this specific style of sets, the Lunar New Year sets for animals, for many years, almost a decade by this point. And then we have the Tahu set. This is very nicely representing the box art, rather the canister art from the original set, and having a lot more pieces to boot with it. So aside from it just being a build of the 2 figures, very well known from the Bionicle theme, it also has a display to go along with it, to actually have Tahu riding along a lava board, and a little display underneath that. There's also not shown on the box, which kind of irks me. They don't show it on the box, but there's also another small build to go with it. That's more story driven. But yeah, it very nicely, emanates what the box art back then was like for Bionicle sets. I know some people have complained that it's not a canister, but they had box sets for Lego Bionicle back then too. They're just not for this particular figure. But this is the closest I think we can have come to for representation, and as a gift with purchase, I think it was just fine. Now, Nathan and I didn't just go to one Lego store. No, we actually went to 2 Lego stores, and the second one, I picked up another Ninjago set, another copy of Tahu and Takua, and this time I actually received a VIP remix. This, again, is a duplicate, so I probably don't need this one, and I'll check with Nathan if he wants it first. If he doesn't, it'll find a new host somewhere else, which is totally fine. Now, this one is a Ninjago set that I've been looking at for quite some time. The Seabound theme, while I don't know the story context for a lot of it, I do really like the aesthetic. You guys know that I love my underwater Lego theming stuff, even it's from themes like Bionicle or Ninjago, where out of context it won't make a lot of sense, but they still look really good, and I still want to support that kind of drive for diving stuff in general. I bought every set from the ocean exploration theme from City, the year before or so. So, I want to get on that. Now, this one at the Lego store I went to was actually marked down. Originally $140, it was 20% off, and was retailing now for $111.99. So it's just right over the amount that I needed, and one single set purchase, just personal preference, and one single set purchase to get another Tahu. That's fantastic. It's a win-win across the board. That's the thing I try with a lot of gift with purchases. They are products I actually want to buy. They just kind of sit on my wanted list for a long time. I don't have to get everything day one, and don't worry about that. I wait for it to be with a good offer that will incentivize me to get it through Lego. Otherwise, I could just keep searching through Walmart and finding it on clearance, like the next thing we're going to look at. Before the trip was done for the day, we went through a Walmart in looking for a reddish-brown spaceman figure for Nathan. So we did find him, which is good, but we also found the clearance section, and I found this Lego Super Mario Luigi's Mansion set, the 71397 Lab and Poltergust. This is a set that I always have my eye on. In fact, the whole Luigi's Mansion theming, I did want to get some of those. While I may not be a huge fan of the Super Mario sets on the whole, especially by this point, I do like the theming for this one particularly, so I was able to get this one. Originally $30, was marked down to $19, so 30% off is actually not too bad. And having some nice accessories to go along with my digital figure copy of Luigi is always welcomed. I do enjoy Luigi's Mansion. It's kind of funny that I played through some of it there for Halloween last year, as I do per tradition. Didn't get all of it done for this time around, but maybe I'll come back to it before next Halloween. But I also found something else that was $30 and I was a-okay with. So this brand new, retail, brand new, NERF Elite 2.0 Stormcharge Wild Edition. This is basically another release of a Strife with a new style to it. I don't know how the performance is, and I only just saw yesterday that American Foam had picked this one up from Walmart as well. So I guess it's just hitting store shelves for just about everybody. Don't know if today's review is out yet, but I do want to try this one out and maybe review it. It does have a couple of familiar parts to older Elite stuff from the Nerf hobby. I recognize the stock back here. Usually it would be in like a dark bluish gray. This would normally be in like white or just opaque orange without a whole bunch of blue to it. So I'm very curious about it. And it's also a Wild Edition Nerf blaster is a fairly uncommon thing. Nerf kind of goes all over the place when it comes to color scheming and sub-theming things, which in my opinion does not make a lot of sense. I could do a whole ranting video about that sometime later, or maybe I have. But I could definitely talk about that some other time. So for now, I'm just going to leave it with, this looks cool. It's $30. It's actually not that bad. And I'm excited to try it out. So there we have it all together from what I purchased on January 27th at the launch of the LEGO Bionicle gift with purchase. Some Ninjago sets I had my eyes on for quite some time and compare up with other sets I already own. Some Luigi's Mansion, that will be great. I don't know if that theme is actually supposed to discontinue. It appeared like it was in the LEGO stores, but I don't know for sure, so I'm trying to nab up as much of that as I can. And also a couple of sets from older themes that will be a joy to build in their own way. And a couple of Year of the Rabbit exclusives. Thank you for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I will talk to you later. Perhaps you can check me some live stream sometime, or maybe some later videos to see these kinds of things on their own. Let me know in the comments down below. I'll talk to you later. Have a great weekend.